Yes, saludo a Cacaíta RB. So I'm your host, Don Armando, and this evening this is um, Open Topics with Don Armando, the Martial Arts Edition. So every Wednesday, or depending every Wednesday, mostly every Wednesday, me and Senpai Pete, we actually talk about the martial arts, new theories, maybe new explorations, but also we like to talk about how to defend yourselves, tactical, his experience within the martial arts, and basically, this is a safe space for all martial artists. But also, we like doing exposing too. We know of the quote unquote fake martial artists. So just sit tight, and we're going to talk about everything. So right now we're actually streaming on 3 platforms: YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram. Yo, salute, Irby. How you doing today? Or tonight, actually. You know, I was actually thinking that there is actually, similarities between Shuai Jiao and Jiu-Jitsu. Now, if you actually look at it, Shuai Jiao actually predates Shaolin. So it was Chinese warriors that actually were experts in Shuai Jiao. It goes the same with Jiu-Jitsu, which Judo and Jiu-Jitsu. Well, Jiu-Jitsu was actually what books have said that Jiu-Jitsu was actually when a samurai warrior got off or lost his weapon, he could be able to defend himself. So if you actually look at it, that's why we have Jiu-Jitsu, Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, and the history of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was when judo when it was a Jiu-Jitsu master that actually went to Brazil, taught a rich family, passed away in Brazil, but the family, which is the Gracie, went and continued their own lineage of Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, which is actually world famous today. So, the master that actually taught the Gracie family Jiu Jitsu, he was awarded posthumously, I guess, his rank in Jiu Jitsu in Japan. Well, that's what they say. So, you know, I'm just going to wait for my co host to come here. And, we're going to actually do the show. If you have any questions, you could ask you better than I can. You could answer them better than I can. So, you know, until then, you could chill out with me. Your boy Don Armando. So I'm just going to vibe out to this music. Manda saludo a Jezoni 14. Saludos a Jasmine H. Ese programa en 3 plataformas: YouTube, Twitch y Instagram. Anybody who's welcome to come up to the panel. I mean, I got the link, in the description and everything like that, so we could chat it up. And if you have any questions, I will answer them to the best of my ability. Us. How's everything, bro?
A lot of here, a lot of there. Just here and there.
Yeah, I hear you, because, I guess as soon as after I do like the stream or whatever, I'm just gonna iron my pants and everything like that for my y'all hit tomorrow. It says it's gonna be cold. So
not colder than it was today.
Yeah, because it was like it says it's gonna snow and stuff. So I guess
snow doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna be cold. Snow just means that it's gonna be anywhere around 30 degrees.
Pretty much.
By Monday, the temperature's gonna start going up to 47 and 50 again. So this whole winter system is gone, bro. Like spring is about to spring out.
Pretty much. Yeah. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just preparing myself for my OG's funeral. He was a good advisor and everything like that, in my personal life and everything like that. So me and him we used to talk and such. But it, it's sad, but we just gotta keep pushing.
Yep. It's definitely it's surreal at first. This is the reason why they made, you know, certain ceremonies when people pass so that people can find closure and finish their grieving process because it's all surreal until you actually see the body.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that that's the most expensive thing now.
And back in the days, I mean, in the U.S., it used to be cheap. I mean, you had certain people that actually made their own stuff when they had to when the person passed and such, and all they just had to do was get the certificate and that's it.
In DR, bro, I've seen funerals that were home based where the box was made at home. The person is inside. They got mad ice under the person. They got ice inside the box as well. I'm like, wow. I'm like, what's all that
I,
for? The ice
I
is to
mean,
preserve the body's temperature
yeah,
so it doesn't start producing death pheromones and people can smell the body. I'm like, oh, that's wild.
yeah, yeah, and then it was like they put like some phenol on the body and everything like that. I mean, it was to the point that that when I came to DR when my father passed, I didn't even see him buried. I had to see a picture of him in his coffin because when I came because I had to do like so much registration, get the passport and everything like that. By the time that they actually buried my dad, I only saw part of it like through Facebook because I had to go right away to the plane. So it is what it is.
Yeah, bro. At least you trust your family that you saw the pictures and you found closure. Some people show
Yeah.
you pictures and you don't find closure because you don't see the body in the pictures. Like, I'm not seeing nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yes. All right.
Yeah.
Today I went today I went with wifey to go buy some new scrubs
All right.
and put like $400 down on that. You know what I'm saying? Got a one, two, three, four. I got a four different sets of scrubs.
Hmm.
Um, one pair of white nurse shoes and another
Yeah.
pair of nurse Crocs or Sweckles, what we call Sweckles in DR.
Right.
And got
Yeah.
her like three or four or five bonnets or whatever. So she's happy as heck.
That's what's up. Yo, talking about attire and everything like that. You heard of well, it's like a Chinese shoe wear.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like kung fu shoes. That's what I call it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, the ninja slippers,
Yeah.
kung fu wear.
Yeah. Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, yeah. It's actually called Fei Yue shoes.
Bayway. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently I've been seeing them ever since I was looking at martial arts well magazines per se.
They're the
So that's what
equivalent. They're the equivalent of what you would call Asian skippies, because America has their version of simple shoe, which is the one they give in jail. You know, we call them skippies. They used to be very famous back in the day in the outside world, but now they only use them in jail.
wow.
So those Chinese shoes, or what we call the ninja shoes, the ninja slippers, you know, they're the version of the American skippy. So that's their version of Chinese skippy.
All right, because I was actually in the gym one day and there was a guy that he was saying that he was working out with them that had like great grip. I gotta go and try that one of these days. I mean when I actually go to the gym. So might order them this week.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have good grip. They're technically all right. If I could be more technical, they're like the Chinese version of Converse shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got good grip. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So you could have a solid foundation when you're standing. And, you know, they're very light. So they're good for whatever speed training, whatever you're going to be doing, as opposed to some shoes be so heavy. You know what I'm saying? It's providing extra weight. And I mean, a little extra weight is not bad if you're training, but it's not necessarily the best in combat when you're not combat ready.
Yeah, because it was funny because when I got home and everything like that, and me and the wife we were just actually watching a movie. I was actually watching a movie called Redeemer by that guy. What's his name? He was in I think he was in the second Machete. You know who I'm talking about. He's a
Okay,
Chilean
yeah.
martial art. Yeah. So the movie is called Redeemer, right? And his martial arts is good and everything like that. And I'm like, since some of the movies he actually directs himself, I'm thinking that we should take some pointers when we actually go do that endeavor. I mean, in DR or whatever, because I was actually looking on eBay, and they have like a lot of 4K cameras and such, which usually it might be in the $1,000, $2,000 range. I'm finding some that's like maybe 400 to 700. I was like, wow. So let's see within this year. I was on Maestro Santana.
I have not spoken to that man in a while.
All right.
I just connected my phone back again today.
All right.
So I will be calling him tomorrow and give him the regular checkups and whatnot. Hopefully by next week we could have him on board.
Yeah.
A lot has to do with some people are not technical savvy, and even when it's something simple, it's like it's hard for them to do. So whenever he's on the radio show with us, he's literally here at my house because he can't find his way around the technological part of click here, click there, sign in here, click there, you're in.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Maestro Eloy Tejada también.
Valdez.
He was like, he doesn't know too much about how to move around the computer, etc. He just only knows Facebook and that's it. So, but the thing is though, one thing that I could actually say that, well, talking about what's going on from what I'm hearing, they said that they ended congestion pricing in New York.
I don't know if that's true. It became to a point where people were finding the loophole to the congestion camera, and people realized that people were looping through it. So
Yeah,
they started just, I guess, debunking it or whatever. But I don't know. It's one of those. It's one
yeah,
of those. Yeah, man. Yep, yep.
yeah, yeah. Because it was like, all right. When I heard that, I was like, well, even though I don't drive at all, but I'm like, that's why I've been hearing my friends who are still living in New York. They're talking about that and such. So I was like, okay. I'm just saying, me personally, you know, whenever people drive and everything like that, I was like, okay. I always tell my friends if they feel like going to New York in their car, just go to the GW Bridge. So therefore,
I
you won't
mean,
have to go and pay that congestion pricing. And
yeah,
then I
but
heard on TikTok that the reason why that the way that they even put this joint congestion pricing, so the quote unquote millionaires could actually move freely in New York. I'm like, really?
the quote unquote millionaires can move freely by paying the toll as well, and just ridiculous. And then
Yeah,
it's not like they put it everywhere in the midst of Midtown Manhattan. It's not like it's on every avenue of every place. It's only certain places that have it. So if that's the case, what are they really bugging about? Like, I don't know, man. Every time New York finds a way to legislate some type of toll or try to take money from its citizens, New Yorkers find a way to violate that. So if they got rid of it, good riddance. Good riddance. You know what I'm saying? Like, too many people complaining about it, man, and it's true. Even cab drivers were complaining about it. They're like, "How am I supposed to take somebody from point A to point B, and let's say the ride is only $18, but I got to pay $15 out of that for congestion toll. So I only made what, $4, and then I got to take that back to the base and be late on my taxi payments. It's crazy, bro.
yeah.
Turn that way. Other way.
Right?
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. There you go.
Oh, it's not scaring me. One more.
Yeah, man.
One more.
Congestion prices.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm saying it would have been weird if they would have put that in in the FDR Drive part of the highway going downtown. That would have
Yeah.
been weird. Like, oh, what? There's a toll in the highway? Yeah, I don't think so. Local.
I mean, sure. The way, um, well, I actually fell on bad times, but I had to get out of New York because I could say that in my case, it was actually, I guess, the best decision that I could say I ever made because, you know, the way that I see, the way that I'm seeing stuff, I guess as far as from New Yorkers' perspective, it's crazy. I mean, they want to say that New York, New York is the greatest city, I guess, for money, but it's not really the greatest city to live. And now San Francisco is actually getting that same reputation also.
Yeah, who wants to live in a disaster zone?
No one.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's bad, bro. It's ugly. Judgment is started finally falling in Cali, and people are feeling it.
Yeah, I mean, if you actually think about it, right? My mother, before she passed away, right? She always used to say like, "Yo, I heard Cali got certain people." Now I'm just saying certain people because we all know what certain people are. So she's like, "Yo, don't go to Cali because they got certain people out there." I was like, "Got you, mom." And then like after you see like maybe countless videos of quote unquote conspiracy theories, some might be some might be true, some might not be. But if you look
Yeah.
at if you look at what's going on and everything like that, me and my coworker, or my former coworker, we was actually talking about it that the reason why quote unquote some of these fires were set, so therefore they could burn the evidence of this guy's trial, the Diddler. I'm like, interesting. Because it was, I hate to say it, a lot of millionaires and billionaires and etc. houses that were destroyed.
Listen, California
May
is
they rest
home
in
to
peace.
California is home to 304,000 millionaires. Out of the 304,000,
Yeah.
there are only 100,000 left that still have money. The rest of them are actually broke now because they had everything invested in their home.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think they
it's
caused that
crazy how
wildfire just to get away of some evidence, because whatever evidence they have on him, on the Diddler, it's not even in Cali anymore. That all that evidence
right.
that they have on him, that evidence is in the main office now. You know what I'm saying? What we call Langley. You know what I'm saying? So forget about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, forget about that. If they wanted
I'm
to
like,
cause a fire to destroy stuff before anything happened, they should have did it before he got arrested.
right.
Yeah. Wifey's over here trying on her new scrubs, all happy.
Yep.
That's what I live for, my brother. I live to be a Peter Griffin, to be a family guy. I live to see the smile on my family's faces. You know what I'm saying? A lot of ups and downs
Yep.
here and there, but as long as a smile can come out on any of these faces, it's a victory for me. A lot of people don't
Amen.
understand. A lot of people don't understand what it is to have PTSD, what it is to have a war in your mind. Your mind is always at war to the point where you could smell the blood in the air. You still see the flashes from things exploding. You know what I'm saying? You still see faces, familiar faces of things that happened that you shouldn't be seeing these faces no more. Faces of people that are long gone. And it's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Ew, brother. Ew.
Yeah. I mean, sure. I mean, I'll tell you the truth. I don't even know how certain people was of who served back in the day. I don't even know how they dealt with it at the times. I'm going to be honest. I could say that they were a stronger generation.
Definitely a stronger generation.
That's what certain people say. Because when I was growing up, I'm not going to go around and like how we actually talk about men's mental health and everything like that.
Right.
And the clerical terms, PTSD and such. I mean, a lot of people. I'm just saying for when I was growing up, because I was around people who were in the military. I never really heard like mental health actually being discussed. It was like they did what they did and they didn't talk about
In DR, see, there's the difference between here and over there. In DR,
it.
military personnel, besides being under oath to not speak about how they feel, they don't. You get to a point where you're so desensitized to the world that nothing really bothers you anymore. So when you ask one of these people, "Hey, how's it going? How's it been? How's life in the military?" Good. Anything you want to further
Yeah.
elaborate on? No, good.
Oh,
That's it. That's it. Okay. Okay. Have a good day. That was the fastest interview I've had.
exactly.
Not really allowed to talk about anything. And of course, there isn't so many mental issues because they're not, going overseas and exploding stuff or getting stuff exploded around them.
Pretty much.
And the only explosions that happen are when they're training with grenades and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's fun. That's that fun stuff. But that's it. They don't really go nowhere to blow nothing up. Thank the Lord.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that I could actually say from new stuff that I heard when it was during the war. I mean, the war in Iraq. I used to
Right.
watch like the Dominican TV program that they used to air on at night, and this is before cable, right? So there was
Yeah.
actually showing like soldiers that was actually under the Spanish regiment, and it was like they said that it was so impressive because I guess within the Spanish regiment, they all the Dominican soldiers, I guess when they were helping, I guess with Spain and such, they said that all 33 of these guys came back home to the Dominican Republic. I was like, wow.
Amen. Amen. What I do remember, what they were putting on TV
So
was they were putting a lot
I
of
don't know. I don't know. I just knew that there was a lot of nations, not only the U.S. that they were talking about that there was over there in Iraq. You had Canada, you had the UK. I heard that Spain came too. So I was like, wow.
I mean, all of the allied nations to America. Saying that's a NATO thing. They're almost obligated. But what I used
Yeah,
to see a lot was them showing, groups of Latinos that were in different armies of the world. You know what I'm saying? And it was like an honorable mention. Like, oh yeah, look at these groups of Latins, that fighting for whatever this country or that country. But the first tactical team to come out of DR, they were trained by a group of Marines that went over there. You know what I'm saying? We started the first anti-terrorism Dominican squad in DR. So, you know, even that to me is like close to home.
yeah.
And yeah, I mean,
Because I'm just look. I was just looking at that. I was like, wow, that's impressive.
it's nice to see our brothers go
And
and come back home, man. So a lot
what a
of
lot of
people just
people don't know about.
go ahead, bro.
Yeah. What a lot of people didn't know about Dominican history, right? And certain people they could talk about. I was talking to a person who was in who was a Puerto Rican. He was in the war and everything like that. So I guess his thing was that he actually survived D-Day, Normandy, and everything like that. So that was his thing. I was like, wow. I was like, that's amazing because that was the trenches. But then I was reading up that there was a band leader from San Pedro de Macorís that he actually served in the United States Armed Forces during World War II. Who has that distinction? May he rest in peace. The late great Dioris Valladares.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. and that was a World War II vet, famous merengue singer. And if you actually listen to the first to Ángel de Moria and Conjunto Cibaeño, if you actually listen to maybe the earlier songs and such, he actually mentioned Villa Velázquez.
Cool.
Where, yeah, and maybe certain areas at that time, because I do know that during my mom's time and everything like that, San Pedro was a different world the way that she described it.
Right.
So all the blocks that I used to walk with my mother and everything, she told me this happened here, this happened there. I was like, wow, I got to see history.
That's facts.
Yep.
Rey Reyes was an artist from DR that he would sing all types of music for that time. Salsa, guaracha, bohemio, stuff like that. If you ever remember songs from the compadres, baja y tapa la olla, baja y tapa.
Yeah.
All right, that's called guaracha. And guaracha was basically a mix of a little classical merengue with a little bit of like salsa, and it was just like mixed in rumba. Rey Reyes had a song called Patios, Batallas y Callejones. This song mentions San Pedro like 3 different times. Word.
Yep.
Patios, batallas y callejones, de Quiqueya son los sones. Now, Quiqueya, when we say Quiqueya, anywhere else in the world, they think Santo Domingo. They think Santo Domingo de Quiqueya. They think the whole Dominican Republic. But the truth of the matter is,
yeah, but
Quiqueya,
we know that. Quiqueya, we talking
it.
about
Say it, brother. Say it.
We're talking about Eugenio Quisqueya. That's what
yeah, say it with your chest, bro. We're talking about San Pedro de Macorís.
Exactly. And when they're talking about Guachupita, you got 2 Guachupitas. You got un Guachupita en Consuelo y otro en Eugenio Quisqueya. Saludo para mi familia de los Robles, tú sabes.
Tú sabes? Yeah, when they talk about Quiqueya, they're talking about San Pedro, man. My beautiful San Pedro de Macorís, bro. So that Rey Reyes, his all his albums are fire.
Yep.
All his albums are fire, but he got songs that are just 5-star, and they're mad simple, but they're 5-star classics. Like Patio Batalla y Callejón is like world class, and it's a simple song, no complexity, no crazy stuff.
Mm-mm. Every time I used to be at my uncle's party, they always blast Rey Reyes.
Yep.
So
That's funny.
Yep.
Good music, man. That's all I can remember.
Pretty much.
Back in 2 seconds.
All right.
All right, we back.
Yeah, man.
I think what I'm gonna do. All right. So, for those listening, when I say those in attendance,
Yeah.
if you want to lose weight the Dominican way, dance an hour of merengue each day.
Pretty much.
That's all I'm gonna tell you. You're just all the typical moves. You don't need to do anything fancy. I want you to left, right, left, right, left, right. Put one hand on your stomach, put the other hand in the air, and swing it back and forth. And when that arm gets hot, you're gonna put that arm on rest in the stomach and put the other one start swinging. All right, and that's gonna be your exercise. You're gonna do that for 60 minutes a day, every day, for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Not only are you gonna lose weight, not only are you gonna trim down, but you're gonna start seeing definition in your body. You're gonna start toning out. And it's like, what is going on here? The calisthenics behind a typical merengue dance, it's amazing. It's like a push-up mixed with a jumping jack, mixed with a leg raiser, mixed with a pull-up. It's an all-in-one.
Yep.
And you're enjoying yourself,
Pretty
which
much.
is what you're supposed to be doing. You be seeing people at the gym dying and leave already. Like, you just got here. You haven't even clocked in.
Pretty much.
I want to be here. Why'd you come then? Because I need it. Yo, you have to have that kind of conviction that you need it.
Yeah, pretty much.
You need to have the conviction that gym is air and that you need to go there to refill your lungs to have enough air for the next day. You need to tap into the gym vein. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be a gym rat for an hour a day or 2 hours a day. That's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, just know that while you're tapping in, you can still be in meditation. You can still be in full function with God. You know what I'm saying? Don't go to the gym for the wrong reasons, because you're not going to build anything. You're just going to build for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
That's basically the truth on the truth about the truth. It was true.
Yeah.
That part. But honestly. It was like, yeah, that part, honestly. Yeah, truthfully. Yeah, I was over here. I completely forgot today was Wednesday. All the way up.
I mean, it happens.
I forgot all the way up that today was Wednesday. I've really gotten used to the rotation of the shows to the point where I'm not worried about what day it is. I know we got a show going on.
Yeah.
What's today? There's a show. And tomorrow there's a show. What about tomorrow? There's a show. Like, you guys do shows every day? Basically. Y'all don't skip days? Oh, we skip days. But the days we don't skip, there's a show. So show up, because we're going to show out.
Pretty much. Just like last week. Because, you know, me and my wife, we had a pre-Valentine's Day dinner at a Israeli restaurant. I could say that the food was top notch.
I bet. Expensive as hell.
Yep.
I bet. Better be top notch.
Yep.
You know what food in New York is top notch? I'm not trying to give no free promotions, but it's semi budget, semi expensive. That Fogo de Chao is crazy.
Yo, I haven't ate at Fogo de Chao, but because they have one here in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I ate at another Brazilian spot.
Similar places that are just wow.
Yeah.
I had a skirt steak at Fogo one time, and I wanted to move in.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, I'm coming back. I'm bringing my pillow and my blanket. Why? I'm moving in. I'm sleeping over here. Like, why?
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't get it. Like, this is gonna be my new home.
The food is amazing.
Oh God.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah. It was like.
probably going to the hibachi this weekend.
Yeah, hibachi is good. Hey, it's a
Yeah.
little front.
Yeah, probably going to the hibachi this weekend so that, wifey can enjoy some food. I see Tuxedo Cat.
Yeah.
Right here,
What?
Tuxedo.
Ah. Hello.
She said, "Oh, right in my ear." Oh,
Hi.
and my bad ear too. Like if she
Yeah.
would have did it in my left ear, I would have been fine.
Oh, look at the cat. I look like an awesome friend right now.
So his cat is just like Tigger to me. Like the cat doesn't necessarily chill with us when we're walking around the house, but as soon as we want to sit
Right.
down and do something different, now all of a sudden they want to come and jump all over us. Hey, pay attention to me. Like I'm trying to pay attention to
Yeah,
myself
pretty
right
much.
now.
I mean, usually it's like my cat. She's actually more, jumping on my wife and everything like that. When my wife wants to take a breather, here she goes.
Oh, sweet.
It's rarely that she actually comes around my side, unless I'm doing the show. So here she is.
It's like that, man. It's like that. Like, listen, I'm gonna put a scenario for you. Why is it that every time I'm in the bathroom sitting down, my cat wants to come play with me, but whenever I'm walking around the house or whatever it is that I'm doing, like she doesn't have the time of day for me. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't want to talk to me. She doesn't want to stand there so that I can pet her. She wants to run. So I'm like, wait.
Yeah.
But as soon as I sit in the bathroom, you want to come chill. So does that make me a shitty owner, or do I have a shitty cat?
Nah, cats have different emotions. Like for example, like when she was younger, she used to like to bite people or try to or basically, it'll be like, okay, you're walking, right? So
Yeah.
she'll be hiding somewhere, and then she'll try to get you.
Mm-hmm. Hunter.
Yeah, she don't do that anymore, but she did. But she tried to do that when she was, a little bit younger.
Did you get the joke though? Am I a shitty owner, or is this a shitty cat? It only wants to play with me when I'm sitting in the bathroom. Like, am I a shitty owner, or is this a shitty cat? Like what's going
Yeah,
on?
it be like
here?
that sometimes.
And my cat loves me when I'm sitting on the toilet. I don't understand that at all.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. It was like whenever my wife used to go to work, right? And then when she was younger, it's like she'll be showing up in the most weird places. The bathroom, when you're waking up. I was like, really? Like I know I snore, but that.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. For anyone that's in tune and attendance, you know what I'm saying? Like always, you got any martial arts questions, please ask them. We're here for that.
Yep.
Whatever comments or questions we can't get to towards the end, we'll always hit and revise on the next edition. But don't just don't just be don't just be a spectacle of the show. You know what I'm saying? If you're here, you're tuning in, leave a comment, hit the like. You know what I'm saying? Talk to a brother, ask a question. Don't be shy. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between coming on the studio and letting your voice be heard and typing a few words in and showing some love. Showing some respect and or showing some curiosity. You might have a question. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
For parents that want to know what's a good tip to put their kid into martial arts and what type of school should they choose, stuff like that, you can call in and ask.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Type it up. Put your comments in, and trust me, we will get to it. And if you put the city where you're hitting us up from, we'll find you a dojo in your city. Not a problem. I'll call that dojo personally and let them know, Sensei Pete sent you. It's not Senpai Pete no more. It's Sensei Pete. Schoolhead.
Yeah. And talking about McDojo, shout out to McDojo Life, right? So McDojo Life, he's actually hosting a seminar in Chicago. So, for anybody who's there in Chicago, go and check out McDojo Life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, also in Chicago is my homeboy Paul Ingram. Shout out to Paul Ingram at the Kali Center channel. You know what I'm saying? These people are your stick fighting, dagger, sword fighting pros on the block, This is what they study, and, they have other martial arts stuff, but it's mostly based off what Kali Arnis is. You know what I'm saying? Empty hand Kali. Kicks, throws, joint locks, and then the traditional stick fighting and the nunchucks and all that other fancy schmancy stuff that we know how to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, sometimes, from what I've seen, I'm just talking about, because I'm not an expert. I'm seeing you have certain people that they might want the fancy schmancy stuff. You got certain people that they just want it gritty and raw when it comes to the martial arts. So, we're here for any questions.
I'm ready. I'm ready to answer these questions, man, because honestly, it's like there are differences between certain systems and certain schools, so if you're not ready for a curriculum that's gonna literally kick your ass from the moment you go in to the moment you bow out, then you're not ready for that. You know what I'm saying? This is why I was happy when your friend was asking, if I should do this or if I should do that. I'm like, yeah, Tai Chi is definitely recommended. You know what I'm saying? Because you can calm your nerves and your muscles and align yourself to something that's, will bring you peace and will bring your body, to a physical point that it'll be better to maneuver.
Yep. Yo, a question I gotta ask you.
Hit me.
What is your thoughts on certain content creators, right? That they'll go to like maybe the worst neighborhood ever, right?
Uh-oh.
They do a content like, showing how bad it is or whatsoever the case may be. They talk to the people,
right,
etc. And then, they leave like it's like something else. But then you got certain people that are actually in the trenches that are actually trying to change something or the mindset of the people.
Right.
But yet, it's like the content creator that just visited will get more views than the person that is actually trying to make a difference. What's your thoughts about that?
Well, they society tends to give people props when you move from one place to another and you boldly go into a different territory that's not yours, as opposed to you being from that territory and explaining how the struggle every day is there. It's weird, people are weird like that. So, that's part of the fan base, you know what I'm saying? People are quick to, oh, you're from this place and you went over to this place, and oh, you're brave, you get a like for that. Okay, what about the people that live in the area that are telling you what the deal is there? Oh no, they don't get no likes because they're from there. We don't know if they're trying to cheat us.
Yeah, that part.
In some way, it's like some sort of bias, some sort of favoritism. It just doesn't make sense.
It really doesn't.
Nope. The people right now getting a lot of hits on content are people that are going to dangerous neighborhoods and pretending to be rival gang members.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Pretending to be part of the same gang and not being. It's just wild. Those go wrong so bad, so fast.
Yeah, like there's this Mexican, I don't know if he's Mexican. I'll just say Hispanic just to be fair. There's this Hispanic content creator that he does pranks, right? So he goes to like a whole bunch of cities and act like he's tough or whatever. So one day he went to Los Angeles and he's like, yo, you want to bang? And everything like that. And so, he was actually about to get it in with a bunch of real gang members until they actually was like, yo, chill, this is a prank. He was like, nah, you can't be doing that around here. Because I was really going to go and bang my side.
That's right.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's one thing I ain't never gonna do. If you ain't a part of nothing, just don't go around and do stuff recklessly, because there's rules and regulations to the streets. I mean,
right.
A lot of it is unspoken, but then if you are a part of that life, or you are of that community or certain communities, you actually know that you have to come to certain places with respect. So that's how I see it. Because one day, right, I was up in Brooklyn and I was not in the hood that I knew, right? So I saw a coworker.
I'm gonna go get
over there. I was like, "Yo, what's happening?" Now the dude who struck was he was fit like he was the Black Wes Watson. Well, I mean, strength wise. So I was like, yo, what's up, OG? He was like, I'm chilling. Like, what you doing here? I was like, well, I got to go see somebody, which I did that day. But the thing is, though, I was in his hood. But at the same time, if you know somebody from that hood, it's always respect. Don't go around trying to act like you run the hood or everything like that, because if you actually act that arrogant in the hood that you don't know, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to show you love. And then you might be ending up a target.
That's wild.
Yep.
The nurse has left the building.
Yo, so P, ¿qué tú haces mañana?
I have a few things I want to do tomorrow, but what time are you gonna be here?
I'm gonna be here till where I'm going is gonna be like 4 to 5 in the Bronx, and then I might come back before I have to exit the Amtrak. So I'll let you know how I'm gonna be like maybe in your area and such.
Okay. Yeah, just let me know, because I know tomorrow I might be going to Costco like around 11 or 12.
All right, yeah, that's like around the same time I should be entering the city then.
Oh, here's my daughter screaming. I'm like, "What's going on?" She's like, "Oh, I'm on the phone." I'm like, "Man, I'm on a radio show." I hear sounds and I see visions.
Yeah. So,
yeah, man.
Back to the martial arts.
Yes.
All right. A question about in your opinion, who do you think is like the best martial arts choreographer in the martial arts genre?
I mean, all right, now here's the thing. There's a difference between a martial arts choreographer and a martial artist. Right. Some of these people that do choreography, all they're doing is presenting positions or poses that look good for the snapshot, as opposed to a real martial artist that's not doing it for the snapshot. They're doing it because they know that that's the most effective thing to do at the moment. So the choreography, the most martial arts stuff is, once again, it could be fancy smanchy or it could be slippity sloppy. But what you're supposed to notice in a martial arts film is that the movement that's being done or the technique that's being used is supposed to be effective. You know what I'm saying? That it works so well for you and so bad for the opponent that it almost makes you look like a hero with one shot.
Yeah. The reason why I brought that question up, right, is because they were talking about how should I say, Hong Kong martial art movies, right? So even like the real martial artists like Mark Carter and Young and dang. I mean, it's Liu Cheng. Well, I just know him as the Shaolin monk sensei, but we all know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So when they were talking about martial arts choreography, I mean the history and everything, when I was actually looking at a documentary, they were saying most of the moves that you actually see like in those kung fu epics and everything like that, there was like either the move is too fast or they had to double down on the moves because it doesn't look that good in actuality. I was like, wow, I didn't know that.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. For those that don't know, kung fu is not slow. Kung fu looks slow because the katas are performed slow and precise. But kung fu is not slow. Kung fu is actually get to the point and you're done. It's why when you see a kung fu movie, you ask yourself, wait, why is this movie an hour and 10 minutes? When a real kung fu fight happens, it only takes 15 seconds.
Yeah.
That's why I love.
Yeah. And then I was actually speaking on earlier that in China they do have like an art that is very similar to jiu-jitsu, which I think is called Shuai Jiao. And there was and this martial arts actually predates Shaolin Kung Fu, because it was the warriors in China that actually used it in the field. Just one second. Yeah. That was a call from. Yeah. So back to what I was saying. It was like, that's what you haven't. I haven't really seen on the films and stuff. But then when I was actually looking at the tape of Shuai Jiao, it looked like it was actually effective. I was like, nice.
That's wild. Jiu-jitsu was the way of the samurai when they lost their sword. So that was their way of maneuvering out of situations until they can get back to their weapon.
Yep.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah. So apparently, I guess in the East Coast, talking about Shuai Jiao, there's two like in upstate New York.
Okay.
One in Brewster, New York.
Okay.
And let me see. And one in, I guess, in another place, New York, Connecticut border.
I hear you. Somewhere in Connecticut.
Yeah, near Connecticut. And since I guess they don't have that like in my area, they actually have Shuai Jiao in Herndon, Virginia.
That's it.
Yep.
That is it. Yeah, pretty much. Let's see this.
Yeah, shout out to El Papel 23.
All right. Shout out.
Yeah. I'm just shouting out the Instagram followers that actually come by They talk and everything like that. So that's what I'm doing.
El Papa el 23. Ven acá.
Yeah.
Ese es el Papa el hermano del Murphy.
Oh, okay.
I'm asking. If he's in tune, he should answer that. If he answers that, then forget about it. That's the El Papa that I know. El Papa el 23. El Papa es hermano del Murphy. Para mí, que de San Pedro. Que hemos grabado un par de cosas juntos. Shout out to Dos Estudios. La gente bacana. So, if that's the same El Papa.
Right.
Pretty much.
Well, I think he might be because he said el chulo de 23 en la bomba humana, SPM 0.23.
Oh man, I don't remember him calling himself that, but if that's his new go tag, then that's what's up.
Yeah.
El Papa y el Murphy, nosotros somos de Barrio México y había un centro de internet ahí que el Murphy era el atendiente de eso y el Papa siempre estaba ahí, yo siempre estaba ahí, ya tú sabes, cosa normal.
Yeah. Yeah, I just gave you the link on Instagram.
Yeah, I had it. I got it here as a notification, actually. And I can go on my phone.
Right.
I got it here. Yeah. I can see on my phone, but I can't see, like, let's say, the comments or whatnot.
Yeah.
Never ver esta persona. Yeah, that's my guy. Yeah, that's one of my guys. Edgar Santana. Ese es uno de los míos. Yeah.
Yep.
El Papa, el de Barrio México. That's one of my guys.
Yep. That's what's up.
Yeah, that's cool. Ya lo sabe. El Papa, shout out to El Papa, el hermano de la Moravi. Shout out to El Murphy one more time. You know what I'm saying? The whole San Pedro crew, Dos Estudio. You know, we've recorded some good stuff just playing around.
Yep.
Yeah, man. El Papa no sabe que soy yo, Darkness. Si él supiera que soy yo que estoy aquí. Yeah, bro. I used to live in Soho at one point, and I would go from Soho to the Bronx to Prospect Avenue and go chill with them. You know what I'm saying? And be all day just recording and experimenting with beats and doing all types of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Good times.
Yeah, shout out to El Sitio San Pedro Expresa. They show anything that's going on in San Pedro, good or bad.
Yeah, I bet. They don't play.
Yep.
I don't get that. Okay. It says offline. Why would it be offline? Let's see. Why is this device offline?
I don't know.
I wouldn't know either.
Right. Yeah. Shout out to John 2784.
Shout out.
Yeah.
I'll worry about that device later. All right. Usual list of suspects today is kind of short.
Yeah.
No, not every day's a holiday. Goes to show.
Exactly. But we still keep pushing.
Of course. You know, I'm always on the team player side. You know, the show is so much about the people that are hosting, like the people that are modding, like the people that are viewing, and the people that are commentating. You know, it's a team effort. Things grow when there's participation.
Yep.
Yeah, brother, man. So in local news, the U.S. launched a nuke missile just to show the world, oh, we're ready. Ready for what?
It makes you wonder.
Ready for what? If we're not even.
But then again, as you know, there's certain stuff that the public do not know, and you could attest to that. Because it was like me and my former co-workers, we used to talk about that. They'll be like, oh, they'll go to like somewhere down south, and they see somebody, you know, with the injury due to serving the country, and then they're like, yo, what the heck happened? I didn't even hear this in the news. It was like, yeah, we do the stuff that the news don't report about. I was like, wow, that makes sense.
6,000 IRS employees expected to be terminated by the end of the week. That is crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's like they're really trying to stick it to the federal employees for some reason.
Yeah, that's Musk, because he's come to the conclusion that the government's been stealing money from itself all this time and not helping the citizens.
Mm.
So yeah, a little crazy, but he's getting the job done. He's already saved the government $5.5 billion.
Wow.
And he just started.
Yep.
So I know it might not seem convenient for most, but at the end of the day, the people that are struggling the most are the ones that actually need this money. You know what I'm saying? You know, the 1%, the healthy, wealthy, and supposedly wise, I'm not saying that they don't need their money, but how much of their money do they really need to survive that they can't help forward, that they can't help anything? They'll say that they donate to this, that they donate to that, but what are they donating to? You're donating to shell companies that bring the money, revenue right back to you, or you're donating money so that you can get a tax cut off so that money can still come right back to you. So while you're swimming in millions, you know, expecting to pass away tomorrow, you know, what is all that wealth going to do for you once you're gone?
Right.
You know, this American dream situation is not what it's cracked up to be.
Pretty much. It's like you have certain people that they have like that they think that they have like a game plan, where the fact is it's not really a game plan because it doesn't turn out how it is and such.
Right.
So it's like to the point, right? That you have certain people with, I guess, inspirational quotes. It was like, if you don't end up rich before anything like that, it's your fault. I'm like, what?
Shit.
I'm like, okay.
It's funny how all these people that are giving inspirational quotes of wealth and prosperity are people that were already either born with a silver spoon in their mouth or came across a silver spoon of some sort, and now all of a sudden they're incredibly wealthy. They don't even know why, and they're telling people, "Hey, don't worry about it. Just hang in there. You'll be rich one day." Really?
Yeah, like for example. Now, I don't know. Certain people, they say that this guy is helpful. Certain other people have said that this guy is a scam artist. So now this actually ties into martial arts as well. The Tate brothers.
Okay.
So his whole thing is that he's trying to tell he's telling men how to be an alpha male, top dog. That's why they call him Top G, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And what Irby said, or the con artist. So right now, since this guy's actually having a lot of smack for schmecks crime, so it's like before you go around and tell everybody how much you're successful and everything like that, try to get out of jail first.
That's wild.
I mean, yeah, because it's like, okay, they bought a compound in Romania. They have, I guess, a whole bunch of cars. This is my thing, right? I can understand if you could move to another country and such, but why would I move to another country if I don't even know the language that good? That's one thing.
That's crazy.
And then the second thing is, though, okay, we get it. You're rich or whatsoever. But if you're gonna go move to a country, at least have a translator or something. Because I mean, I get it. You have certain people that move out of countries and they might not know the language well or whatever. But if you're a millionaire at least, right? And you decide, oh yeah, I want to go move to let's just say Costa Rica, right? And you don't know the language or whatnot. You buy property there, you say, oh, this is great and such. But yet, you do not know the language, you don't be around the people and everything like that. How the heck you think you're gonna actually survive? That's my question.
You'll be surprised how much money talks and bullshit walks.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that have money don't want to specialize or gear into languages because they don't want to understand what the people are saying, so they can have a free way of life. You know what I'm saying? They have translators that if they need to have something translated, they'll do it for them, but they don't want to hear what the people have to say. They don't want to be mentally shied, you know what I'm saying, of what the people are saying. You know how we can go to DR and we understand everything the people are saying because we know Spanish, as opposed to most Americans walking around don't know that they're being spoken about, so they don't feel the disrespect because they don't understand it.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, not so much UFC fighter. He was actually a kickboxing champion in the UK, and his brother was as well.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he actually had championships and stuff coming out of Luton, the UK. That's why I mean, like, the way that he speaks is like, you could tell that's like a mixture of American and British. So since they have double citizenship because of their parents, you could actually say that the Tates never really went to school in the United States. But they could actually go visit the United States if they can because of the double citizenship.
That's interesting.
Yeah, like for example, let's say if a person was born here, and then they had two parents who were from the Dominican Republic.
Right.
So they have like, okay, they have the double citizenship, where it's like, okay, the child could actually learn anything and everything here, like in one of the prestigious schools in Dominican Republic that actually teach the children English and Spanish, maybe American teachers, per to say. And then when they actually come out to the United States, they're like, okay, yeah, this is where I went to school at and everything like that, without ever being in the United States. And they'll be like, okay, they could actually go to the United States and they could actually articulate where they're from and such. And they'll be like, okay, yeah, even though I went to school in the Dominican Republic, I was born here in the United States, and I have like double citizenship. I knew a kid like that.
I have dual citizenship as well, and I studied in DR 5th and 6th grade, and then some college.
Yeah.
So that's the studies that I did over there. So a little bit of Taekwondo, a little bit of Juan Pablo Duarte. That's the school I went to, the Colegio Bendito Juan Pablo Duarte, where my boy Villano was from, saying he was from that school. Who else was from that school? The sons of the pelotero Jorge Bell, his son Aneldi, who I know, went to that school as well, and his other little brothers, Kelvin, Jordan, and those kids and those people. probably all grown now. Obviously, we were kids when we were younger, but yeah, I'm 43 now, so can imagine these, you know, they're all huge now.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yep.
Why is my laptop dying? Oh, charger's not connected. That makes sense. Someone decided to disconnect my laptop. To connect the tablet. All right, cool. At least I'm seeing the kids are learning fast and using the brain for free, finally.
Yep.
It ain't easy. On my road to recovery. I don't see the greatness of the Make America Great Again situation movement. Not saying that I'm trying to. Not saying I'm rushing anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see anything being forced, but you know, for them to want to go out and show, oh yeah, we got military power. The world already knows that. What are we proving by showboating a little firepower? What are we doing that for?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah, shout out to TG7 Smirk on my Instagram. Salute.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah, pass by the YouTube, guys. Hit the like, leave a comment.
Yep. And you know, shout out to ASAP Rocky on this legal victory.
All right.
Yeah.
ASAP Rocky's going through a situation right now.
Yeah. But she actually got out of it, so you know.
Actually had a clip, a news clip in here. But I guess it disappeared. Something about new finding facts in the case. Yeah. 14 hours ago, ASAP Rocky leaps into Rihanna's arms as not guilty verdict is read.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Things are starting to look up for certain people while things are still on the way down for other people.
Yeah.
Be back in 2 seconds, bro.
All right. I mean, from what I heard, they say that Romania might have been like a cheaper option than the UK or so.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, pardon the interruption.
All right.
All right. So back to the topic.
Yeah.
So let's see. Now with the U.S., doing a lot of stuff that I guess is not of the status quo, whatever. This is my thing. If a Republican don't like what a Democrat does, okay. If a Democrat and vice versa, why the heck people can't just sit down like civil human beings and just talk it out, their differences, instead of actually dissing each other, just using proper words? It gets boring after a while.
Education is no longer free.
Yeah.
No. A little bit of education that we're being taught in school is just enough for us to know to find work, not enough to socialize and or break the boundaries of what's going on in our cities. Like, we're growing up with so much hate that's why people can't talk their differences. They have to fight.
Yeah.
It's really sad. That's what that is.
Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, the only people that you actually saw fighting in politics was actually, let's be honest, it was in Taiwan and it was in India. I'm saying for me, I don't know for you. And I didn't really start getting into, just looking at Dominican politics until I was like 16. And even then, I just like, okay. Quick question.
Yeah.
In NYC, is eggs really that expensive that people are actually selling it on the street?
Well, listen. They just started selling one egg at some stores because people are going through a lot of trouble to purchase a $7 dozen pack of eggs.
All right.
It's wild. I'm over here with one of my best friends.
Nice.
I'm over here with one of my best friends, Machete. The Caribbean Classic, aka the Jason Voorhees.
Yep.
I was like, yeah, I'm getting one.
Yep.
I'm definitely getting one. This is have that in the closet somewhere, just there if I need it. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Pretty much.
It's lighting a little. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
One second. Well, guess what? It looks like I didn't pull it out for nothing. Because honestly, there was 2 people in my hallway smoking crack right now, and they needed to get to stepping.
Yep.
They needed to get to stepping. And they turned around and walked right into the staircase. And I walked right into the staircase too, like, nah, y'all need to get the hell out of here. It's what it is.
Yep.
We're here banging the stairway door, and like, this is a quiet floor. My floor is one of the quiet floors in my building. Now all of a sudden it's 11 o'clock at night and there's doors banging, bang, bang, bang. Nah, bro, we out of here with that.
Pretty much.
Banging doors. All you did was see me move. I didn't say nothing about that. I heard nothing. I didn't say nothing. I acted upon it first, did what I had to do, came back, then spoke about it.
Yep.
Like, there's someone in my hallway. Nah. I'm not giving that a chance to build nests in my head. Whatever's going on in the hallway needs to stop right now. Everybody out. I treat my floor like San Pedro.
Pretty much.
El tigueraje en mi piso no va. There's 21 floors. Pick a floor that's not mine. If you pick my floor, it's going to be the last floor.
Yep.
I'm as humble can be. I have all the patience in the world for anyone trying to come against me. But when you're on my floor and you're not just bothering my peace, you're bothering the peace of my neighbors and my family, there's a peace that I don't have.
Yeah.
I have no patience for people trying to hurt my family. I'll quickly turn into John Rambo and ding, I'll pop up behind you like toast.
Mm-hmm.
Word. Like, I've been stepped on and it's cool. I've seen my brother get stepped on and there was a problem.
Yep.
My brother was like, yo, it wasn't that serious. I said, listen, if it would have been me, I wouldn't have made it a problem. But because it was you, I made it a problem.
Yep.
I don't have patience and tolerance for people trying to hurt my family. I'm not with it. My Marine Corps mentality snaps in, takes over, and I'm sorry. Whatever happened after that happened. My bad.
Yep.
I think that's the only downfall to martial arts, that once your body knows what to do, it's very hard to stop your body from performing XYZ moves without you actually thinking about it hard to resist yourself and master yourself.
Yeah.
And this is why advanced techniques aren't shown to white belts. Because when you're a white belt, you don't know how to control yourself. You're barely throwing punches correctly. So how do you know how to control anything? You know, there's a lot of books that are read in between growing up in the system. Between green and brown and black belt, there's so many books that they have you read just so that you could have a martial mind in tune. You know what I'm saying? The way of Zen, the way of the Tao, the way of the samurai, you know, the way of the blade, Bushido, this, that, the third. There's so many doctrines to be learned just so that one can master one's own strength and discipline. To not be able to, oh, I'm in a situation, but I don't need to hurt my opponent because I know what I'm doing, my opponent doesn't. You know, some people will be like, oh, well, I know karate, I know taekwondo, I'm gonna just kick your ass and that's it. Sometimes that's not the proper answer. Sometimes that's not what's needed at the moment. You know, sometimes what's needed is a word. You know, so try to execute that word first before you execute what you martially know how to do. Remember, it's an art. That's why it's called martial arts. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that everybody knows.
Right.
I laugh at people that be like, oh, martial arts only works for people that know martial arts. Kinda, yeah, but no. Because martial arts will work for the person that knows it in favor against someone that doesn't. Martial arts doesn't only work between two people that know martial arts. That's not how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're saying that to see some full-fledged martial arts action, it has to be obviously be between two people that know how to counter attack and dodge, parry, sweep, evade. You know, I mean, that makes sense. Because like I said, a real martial artist versus someone that doesn't know, that fight is over in 5 or 10 seconds.
Yep.
There is no none of that happens because that's only between two people that know what they're doing. Well, block here, attack here, counter here, dodge here, trap, grab, this, that. Of course that's not going to work in a regular fight. People don't know how to block certain stuff. I'm surprised at how many black belts don't know how to block a punch to the throat. That makes no sense to me. We learned Mawashi Uki, which is circular block, at the ripe age of white belt or blue belt. You know what I'm saying? So how is it that a black belt doesn't know how to block a punch to the throat? That's kind of bugging me out. That seems
that means that, yeah, sometimes that those techniques could be watered down. From what I heard,
it just makes no sense to me, bro. Honestly, it makes no sense to me. How one person being a black belt can't block and or do something against a simple punch to the throat. That is no way possible that you don't know what to execute at that moment. Like, there is so many ways around that it's not even funny. You could literally get offline, trap the arm, put into submission, grab the fist while it's coming your way, jump into a flying arm bar. There's so many techniques I could think of just this punch coming to my throat. To see a black belt simply just get hit by a punch in the throat and not know how to block it, it just baffles my mind.
Yeah.
It just baffles my mind. It just makes no sense to me. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
For real, for real, for real.
Yep.
Excuse me. I remember back in the days, I remember there was a teacher. He wasn't one of my teachers, but he was a teacher nevertheless. And I remember him telling me that in the traditional days, there were no such thing as promotion of belt.
Yeah, it
But
was.
the promotion of your belt was seen in how dirty your belt was getting during the progress. And this is why the highest level of belts are the dirtiest. So once you reach a black belt, that your white belt is extremely black to the extent where it's tainted black. That's because you really have that martial arts experience. It's really in your background. You've put 20,000, 40,000 hours of your life into it. I mean, that's its essence. That's pure essence right there. Shout out to people that have 6 hours of their life to be able to dedicate to martial arts every day. That's not something that everybody has the luxury of doing.
Yep.
That's a fact. I wish I could practice martial arts for 5 hours every day. That would really improve. That would really improve my health right about now. Like I've said this whole year, and not this year new that started. We're talking about since June of last year. I technically broke my back, so it's hard for me to, stand up quick or jump out of bed or. It's hard. It hurts. I have pain. There's times where I can stand up straight and I feel good. I feel strong. And then I start experimenting. You know what I'm saying? I start, throwing my knees up, start kicking, and my body immediately tells me, stop. We're not recovered that much yet. Like, stop. But it's good to know that my body can still perform these moves, need be. Doesn't matter how much pain I'm in. I'm saying if there's a move that I deem effective, or that my body deems effective, even if it hurts, I'm going to perform it. Because it's going to be the move to finish the fight faster. That's what I need.
Yep.
So what about Ow?
Yeah, shout out to my homie Fat Boy Nick, Barbaro Ramirez.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out. Yeah, man. Guys, remember to pull up onto the YouTube, man. Hit that like, leave a comment. You know what I'm saying, let us know where you're viewing us from, and so that we can know who we're reaching out to.
Yep.
Yeah, bro. Things are going to start falling in line, and I'm not ever going to look back to how bad things got. And get back on my progress wheel and keep going forward from there. My dream, non-American, is to move my family to DR. You know what I'm saying? Put my business up and let my business maintain me.
All right. Well, I'm saying because certain people they may not be. All right. Talking about that, have your wife ever been to DR or she hasn't?
Nope.
Yeah.
She's never been to DR.
All right.
Wait till she sees the welcoming committee when I get there.
Oh yeah.
She's gonna be like, "Wait, what?" I'm like, "Yeah, this is the family right here."
I might have to have a welcoming committee with my wife when she actually goes to Consuelo.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, but then whenever I go to DR, I don't like telling. I only tell certain people like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to DR." Don't tell the whole rest of the family. Until when I wake up, they're like, "Hey, tú estás ahí?" I'm like, "Yep." Just 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead. I heard the phone vibrating. I'm gonna definitely pull up to DR without telling my pops that I'm coming. That's gonna be the ultimate. Yo, what up, pops? He gonna be crazy. Like, yo, wait, what? So yeah, man. Decided to pull up on you. How you like them apples? Yeah.
All right, so I'm back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that Jake Paul and Canelo had a fight.
I'm not even sure because I kept on. I don't even keep up with that after I seen that fight with
our OG.
Yeah,
I was very upset at that fight. There's a reason why this man was biting his thumb the whole time, because he wasn't attacking.
Yeah. You know why I was like, okay, I knew it was a joke, but people didn't really get it. Think about it. It was right in the definition, right? It was a exhibition, right?
Right.
And what goes on in an exhibition fight? Nobody's really hurting each other. Let's be honest.
I mean, bro, I can't speak on behalf of that, because as a kid, when I boxed in exhibition fights, we would get knocked out.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know, bro. I mean, it's really simple. They needed to sell a show.
Right.
On the low, Jake Paul bet $5 million extra to Mike and said, "I bet you can't last 5 rounds with me." Do you know what that really was? That wasn't just a bribe of instigation. You know what I'm saying? That was an undercover way of him telling Mike, "Listen, if you knock me out right away, you're not going to get extra money."
Right.
This is why this man was biting on his thumb throughout the whole show. He's like, "I want to hit this guy, but I can't.
Yeah.
If I hit him, I'm not going to make that money."
Right.
Not that he even needs it, bro. Like, Tyson's set for life.
Yeah.
Bless his soul, man. I know that Tyson's a changed man. I grew up on you, champ. I know your ins and outs. I know how bad things went. And I know your downfall. But the same way I know that is the reason why I can bless the Lord and bless your life today. Because the change that you have made You're not even the shadow of that man you used to be. You're no longer the baddest man on the planet. You're a great man who used to be the baddest man on the planet. So shout out to your progress. Keep growing spiritually. God bless you and your family, and you'll always be the champ.
Yep.
Yeah, bro. I grew up on that, man. There's no way that fight was any way real in any shape or form. Because that's not the Tyson we know. This is why Tyson's legs were shaking. Because he wanted to hit him so bad. He wanted to hit him the way he knew how to hit people, bro.
No, but you want to know what was messing up the fight too? To be honest, when I was actually listening, when me and my wife was actually looking at it on Netflix, right?
Yes,
the
sir.
fight itself, right? It was like Netflix was kept glitching when it was live because they don't really do anything live. That subscription service. So that subscription service, it was glitching like maybe for 20 or 30 minutes.
That has a lot to do with. It has a lot to do with the people that Netflix subcontracted to record that boxing match, those matches. Because honestly, that wasn't a whole full-blown Netflix production. That was a Netflix production sponsored by Netflix. So the people that recorded everything and were on site had nothing to do with Netflix except that they were getting paid.
Yeah. But
it's sad. It's sad. You have a good point. Yeah. Netflix never ain't do nothing live, and then the first event they do live, they glitching like crazy.
Yeah.
It's bugging. Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. That's definitely the truth about life.
Yeah.
I am a little bit hungry. Don't know what I want to eat. I might make a homemade chicken sandwich.
Yep. I might just call it a night because I know that I have to get a lot of stuff prepared. So,
all right.
Yeah. So for everybody of the listeners that actually claimed the usual suspects, everybody that actually looked on Instagram, us to everybody.
Us.
Check us out on Friday. Historias Urbanas con Don Armando. I'm gonna try to see if I'm gonna have a special guest that will come through. So,
cool.
Stay tuned, mi gente.
You already know on my end, PKD in the place to be. No longer Senpai Pete, it's Sensei Pete. We've been ranked up. So let's get it popping, let's get it flowing. Like always, stay safe, stay woke, stay vigilant. Be safe. See y'all next time. Us.
Well, that's all, folks. Chequéame en Historias Urbanas en viernes. Ya tú sabes.